investigation is underway after a woman's body is discovered in St. Martin Parish. The latest information this morning from police. And thousands face weeks without power in Ida's aftermath across southeast Louisiana. Governor Edwards expected to survey damages today in areas most impacted by the Category 4 storm.
And around here, our weather, it is hot and humid. Some storm chances as well. We'll talk about that coming up.
Plus, experts unwavering in saying the way out of the pandemic is vaccination, and the CDC says it has new data to prove it.
From Fox 15 and KLAF NBC, News 15 Today starts now.
Good Tuesday morning. You're watching News 15 Today. I'm Alex Worstel. Thanks so much for tuning in this morning. Well, new this morning, Louisiana State Police investigating a fatal crash involving a pedestrian in Vermilion Parish last night. 84-year-old Louis Baudouin was killed after attempting to cross Highway 339 when a car hit him and killed him on impact. There is no suspected impairment for the driver of the vehicle. A toxicology sample was collected from Baudouin. The crash remains under investigation. St. Tammany Parish sheriffs say a man is presumed dead after being attacked by an alligator following Hurricane Ida. Officials say the 71-year-old man and his wife were walking in floodwaters in Avery Estates off Highway 90 in Slidell yesterday. The victim's wife said she heard commotion outside when she found the alligator attacking her husband. She got into their boat and traveled a mile away for help. When she returned, her husband was no longer lying on the steps. Deputies were unsuccessful in locating the man, and the incident is under investigation. In St. Martin Parish, police investigate a Monday night homicide after a body was found in the 1500 block of Mills Highway in Brobridge. The victim, identified as 42-year-old Nicole Hamilton of Lafayette. Officials say Hamilton suffered multiple gunshot wounds. If you have any information, you're asked to call St. Martin Parish Sheriff's Office at 337-394-3071. You can also submit anonymous tips using the St. Martin Parish Crime Stoppers. Well, Governor Edwards is scheduled to visit Lafourche, Terrebonne, and St. John the Baptist parishes today and conduct flyovers of Grand Isle and Lafitte to assess the damages from Hurricane Ida. The governor will hold a media briefing at the St. John the Baptist Emergency Operations Center, and he'll be joined by FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell. The briefing is set for 10:45 this morning. Well, let's get you up and out the door as we check in with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier. Good morning, Adam. Another hot one today. Yeah, Alex, it is certainly summertime out there with those temperatures climbing into the 90s very quickly. In fact, by the middle of the day, you can see we're in the low to even mid 90s by 1 o'clock. Very hot and humid, and we're not expecting any showers and storms through at least the middle part of the day. However, we will see some rain chances as we head into the afternoon. What I'm going to be tracking this morning and watching closely is how fast and how far north can these storms make it prior to them kind of fading away around lunchtime. We expect more to develop here as we head into the afternoon, and so maybe if you're up towards Ville Platte and Opelousas, you see some storms later in the day, but a rough morning down around the coast and some showers just noticing into Iberia Parish starting to pop up there as well. So if you're in New Iberia, expect a few sprinkles around the area, maybe a rumble of thunder. More details on the rain chances and those hot temperatures coming up. Okay, we'll check back shortly. Thanks, Adam. The Diocese of Lafayette announcing 4 Catholic schools will remain closed today. Schools closed include St. John School and Hanson Memorial in Franklin, Maltrate Memorial and Kaplan, and Vermilion Catholic in Abbeville. All other schools in the diocese will be open today. Well, multiple parishes announced they are planning to reopen schools today. Taking a look at that list, but more could be added. But as of now, these are the schools in Acadiana who are open for students and faculty. So be sure to visit our website at klaf.com for more updates and for more information on schools starting back today. Well, all St. Martin Parish schools in Upper St. Martin Parish will be open today. No damage was reported for any schools, and all communities do have electricity. The school in Stevensville, which is located in Lower St. Martin Parish, will not be open today. Stevensville parents and students should monitor the district's website and Facebook page for more information concerning the reopening of Stevensville School. Well, UL Lafayette will open and classes will resume today. All campus operations will also be open. There were no injuries or significant building damage reported on campus from Hurricane Ida. Students who are unable to travel to campus for classes or who do not have reliable internet access for remote classes should contact their instructors directly. Students affected by Hurricane Ida who are in need of support are encouraged to contact the Dean of Students. Faculty who cannot resume regular instruction today should contact their department heads. Well, a few hundred utility workers from out of state spent the night at the Cajun Dome before being dispatched this morning to the hardest hit areas east of us. They're part of a mutual aid arrangement between utility providers across the southeast to help each other out during disasters. News 15's Al Hebert got an inside look at the scope of the operation yesterday with LUS's Alex Antonowicz.
So, I mean, all of our employees become full-time, hurricane employees. So all 400 plus of us, plus however many crews we bring in, 200 to 300 people. So per sitting, we're feeding about 600 to 700 people, 3 meals a day. When they're out in the field, we have teams that take food out to them. So yeah, we take on a lot of different responsibilities, especially during a storm.
Well, Second Harvest Food Bank is mobilizing for what will be a massive recovery effort in southeast Louisiana. The nonprofit is readying 18-wheelers and vans with supplies to be sent to the hardest hit areas, not only with food and water, but cleaning supplies as well. Among items to be sent in the first wave of donations are prepared meals, because so many folks are without electricity and can't prepare meals themselves.
Second Harvest Food Bank has been a part of Acadiana for over 40 years. We've had great partnerships with people inside of Acadiana. Right now with this emergency, it's about making sure that we find a way to help. So if it's donating of product, coming into a food drive, if it's volunteering to man those food drives, if it's just a monetary donation, whatever it is, we're asking for people just to reach into your pockets a little bit, reach in, donate some of your time, empty out maybe a pantry or something and contribute some of those meals that's most definitely needed in the area.
You can make a donation by logging on to no-hunger.org or by calling 232-HELP. Well, there are a number of other organizations coming together to help those displaced by the Category 4 hurricane. Local groups, including Lafayette Consolidated Government and LEDA, put together Hospitality Hub. It's the website that'll give you up-to-date hotel availability, health and relief resources, and a list of things to do while you're here in Lafayette. You can check out the Hospitality Hub at LafayetteTravel.com. The Abbeville Boy Scouts of America Troop 85 is accepting donations of non-perishable items for victims of Ida. On September 1st from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., the Scouts will be at the Pierre Magere Center on West Vermilion Street to pick up donations. And in Evangeline Parish, the Ville Platte Police Department partnering with the Acosta Foundation to help. Every weekday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., the department is collecting items like toiletries, canned goods, and tarps for those in need. The items are being transported next week to areas hit by the storm like Laplace, New Orleans, and surrounding communities. Well, News 15 is partnering with One Acadiana and others to help our neighbors in southeast Louisiana affected by Hurricane Ida. The donation drive is Thursday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. They need items like water, pet food, batteries, and mosquito spray. You'll be able to drop off donations at One Acadiana. The address is 804 East St. Mary Boulevard here in Lafayette. And to catch up on continued coverage of the latest news around Acadiana and the state, be sure to visit our website at klaf.com.
And as we expect another hot and humid day, you can see that heat index climbs into the excessive category yet again. Definitely find ways to stay cool. We'll talk more about this and rain chances in your forecast coming up.
To come, experts warn gas prices will rise due to Hurricane Ida. We're breaking down the current status of those prices and the refineries. And the Acosta Foundation and the Evangeline Chamber of Commerce will unveil the final product of the Tea Cotton Bowl mural today. We have full details coming up. But first, Al Hebert is at Maddie's Footprint this morning. He'll tell us what they're discussing right after this break.
Check, check, check. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Change hairstyle. Do you see that? Is it okay? Hair check.
Surprised that they respond to you, so. I know.
You're awesome. Thank you.
Welcome back. Time now 6:12. Maddie's Footprints helps parents across Acadiana that are dealing with the loss of a child. They've donated over $1 million to Acadiana families. And Al Abair is at their headquarters this morning to teach us a little more about their mission and what they do. Good morning, Al. How's it going?
Hey, good morning, Alex. We are back with Mike Collada, who is one of the original board members of Maddie's Footprints. And Mike, you've had a lot of experience with this. Tell us about your journey with Maddie's Footprints.
It was over 10 years ago that I met Lori and Travis. I was managing a funeral home at that time, and they had come in to make services for little Maddie. And little did I know it, 6-8 months later, I get a call from Lori telling me that she wanted me to be on the board and that they were going to start this nonprofit called Maddie's Footprints.
And so it's been a long journey. What have you taken away from this journey with Maddie's Footprints?
10 years ago when we started and stuff, it had growing pains. We were new. There was nothing like us before. So we started out with, small events and stuff to get our seed money going. And it's just been awesome to see over the last 10, 11 years how much we've grown, the $1 million mark that we've accomplished, and also close to 1,800 families that we've serviced in all of Acadiana and the 10 parishes.
That's an amazing number, 1,800 families, over $1 million. So when people give to Maddie's Footprints, the money stays here in Acadiana, goes right back into the community.
Yes, so we're proud of that the money stays in the 10 parishes that we get it from. We service all those families, and we've got some signature events that we've got concreted in the community in the last 10 years. And that's our 5K coming up on October 16th that we shut down River Ranch. We're proud to say that. And then we also just had our gala that's very fruitful. And then always people can donate and stuff online to us at Maddie'sFootprints.com.
Maddie'sFootprints.com, and you're on Facebook as well?
Yes, we have a Facebook page, Twitter. I think we have all that stuff.
So social media, Maddie'sFootprints.com. This is a great a great organization to donate to. I love what they do. I think they make such an impact on people's lives at a time where they really, really need someone to reach out and help them. So we're going to go back to the studio, Alex. More of you, more of Adam. News 15 today.
Okay, Al, thank you for that. We're going to continue to check in with you throughout the morning. Well, the January 6th committee to ask telecommunication companies to preserve phone records will tell you who they're targeting coming up. And a long timeline of recovery expected for Southeast Louisiana following Hurricane Ida. Coming up, Ascension Parish neighbors help one another as they start to clean up. And we'll see some showers and thunderstorms today. Will it help to break up the heat? We find out together with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier after the break. Stay with us. Yep.
Always tracking, always alerting. Here's your Storm Track 15 weather.
Good morning. I'm Alex Purcell with your News 15 Today update. The Diocese of Lafayette announcing 4 Catholic... That's okay.
From KLAF NBC, this is a News 15 Today update.
Good morning. I'm Alex Purcell with your News 15 Today update. The Diocese of Lafayette announcing 4 Catholic schools will remain closed today. Schools closed include St. John's School and Hanson Memorial in Franklin, Maltrate Memorial in Kaplan, and Vermilion Catholic in Abbeville. All other schools in the diocese will be open today. And UL Lafayette will open classes and resume as well. All campus operations will also reopen. Students affected by Hurricane Ida who need support are encouraged to contact the Dean of Students office, and faculty who cannot resume regular instruction today should contact their department heads. For the very latest, coverage continues at noon and anytime online, kadn.com. Have a great day, Kadiana.
Always tracking, always alerting. Here's your Storm Track 15 weather.
Welcome back. Time now 6:18, shaping up to be another hot day around the area. We're checking in now with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier.
Yeah, Alex, you know, before we get to the heat and the humidity that we always talk about, I got to start out with a nice picture. You know, I know we've had some really rough times around the area, and especially for our friends off to the eastern part of the state, but you know, hey, at least we finally see some nicer, clearer skies ahead. I-10 at Ambassador looking beautiful out there as the sun has come up, or is starting to come up here and make its way closer to the horizon. Look at the blues and the yellows and the oranges. You got a little bit of a cloud deck here. A very peaceful and pretty picture to begin our morning. And those temperatures out there, well, that's already the case with the heat and humidity. It's 78 degrees, a dew point of 75. That wind out of the south-southwest at 5 miles per hour, but we are reporting quiet conditions in Lafayette. However, you travel down around the coast in Morgan City, you can see that through your morning time, I'm expecting some storms to start firing up. Already you're seeing some, and there's likely going to be more as we head towards the lunch hour. Your temperatures, though, climb from 82 degrees by 9 o'clock to 85 by 10, 86 by 11, and that's kind of the case across the area, except down around the coast where we see those storm chances continuing. Now, I mentioned Morgan City in particular because even by 11 o'clock, you see, if we're going to have any rain, it's likely going to be down here in our coastal parishes. Our winds are out of the north and west, so that keeps most of the activity down to the south. But as we head into the afternoon, this is now at 3 o'clock, you can see that we're still tracking mainly the storms along the coast, but they begin to migrate a little bit more inland here. And towards the evening hours, there you go, we could have a few showers and storms even as far north as Opelousas. Now, Ville Platte, you may be a little too north to get any rain, but we'll definitely keep that rain chance in across Acadiana, especially south of the interstate for those hit and miss storms today. Things settle down overnight and we see quiet conditions, but our winds shift back out of the south. You know what that means? Even higher humidity for your Wednesday. It's definitely going to feel very sticky out there. As we head into Wednesday, though, you can see that the storms start around the coast. By the time we get into the afternoon, I'm expecting widespread showers and storms around the area to help break that heat a little bit more. So not quite as hot as today, lower 90s tomorrow, but towards the end of the week, we get rid of the rain chances. Why is that? A dry air cold front comes through, and that'll bring down the humidity ever so slightly, push all the storms offshore, and in the morning time, make it feel not quite as bad, upper 60s and lower 70s.
I will take it. That sounds great
Yes.
to me. Anything that we can get, Adam, to
Nice little
help with
break.
that humidity. Yes. Well, thank you for that. We're going to check back with you in just a bit. But switching gears, in Ascension Parish, thousands are without power. Trees and debris are also littering the roadways, but that's not stopping neighbors from helping each other the day after Hurricane Ida blew through. Kelly Sanchez has more this morning.
Hurricane Ida's strong winds being heard throughout Ascension Parish overnight.
It was surreal.
The hurricane force winds causing power outages and knocking down signs and trees across the area.
It was hard because, you lose power, you can't really use phone service, you can't talk to nobody, see how people are, you lose power, you don't have anything. And like, it hit late last night, so it's dark and all the wind's blowing real hard, so it's real scary, if you don't know what's going on outside. So.
The morning after the storm was no less scary for Rhonda Collins, who didn't know what she would come home to.
I live in an older mobile home, and it's been here 37 years, so I didn't know what I was coming home to.
What she saw on her way home was a community coming together to help each other out.
You get here this morning, you see 2 trees in the road, and I know the parish and the state's got enough they're dealing with, so I saw some people. Some friend of mine, they live in a trailer right here helping, so I said, I might as well give them a hand, get it clear, people can get to their houses and stuff.
Neighbors like Jason Collins helping get the job done. For Rhonda, she says that's what this parish is all about.
That's what Ascension Parish does. We just come together as a one big family. We help each other out where we can.
Well, coming up next, Lafayette Airport announcing updates along with some cancellations. What you need to know coming up. Welcome back. Time now 6:25. Motorists can expect to see the prices at the pump go up. According to AAA, the national average is currently $3.15. An executive with Gas Buddy, a fuel savings app, says he expects gas prices to increase between 5 to 15 cents per gallon due to Hurricane Ida. The storm paused much of the gasoline refining and oil production along the Gulf Coast. Shell, Phillips 66, and Exxon temporarily closed refineries. About 96% of the oil production in the Gulf of Mexico was also brought to a halt. Lafayette Regional Airport is open with some flights scheduled to depart and arrive on Monday, although some flights have been canceled. Airport Director Stephen Piku tells News 15 folks can keep tabs on flights on the main page at the airport website, lftairport.com. But he did add that some flights currently scheduled to depart or land could be canceled at a moment's notice. Cancellations are made by the airlines themselves and not the airport. Well, airline travel might be hitting another slump. A new report has found online bookings declined in July. Digital data analytics company Adobe Analytics says consumers spent more than $5 billion booking domestic flights online last month. That's a 16% drop from 2019. This is a big reversal from June, when Adobe reported flight bookings were nearly back to pre-pandemic levels. Adobe says the change is because of the coronavirus Delta variant. Well, the Acosta Foundation and the Evangeline Chamber invite you to attend the ribbon cutting and celebration of the T. Cotton Bowl mural. The mural will be unveiled today at 309 West Main Street in Ville Platte. It's happening at 6 p.m. It's the work of artist Thaddeus Arvey, an Evangeline Parish native, and it was made possible by the generous support from the AARP. Well, new satellite photos showing abandoned vehicles at Kabul International Airport after the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. We're looking into that coming up.
And looking at those very muggy temperatures out there, already in the upper 70s south of I-10, and there's no break from the heat in your forecast. Details coming up.